Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is to investigate the what, why, how of ancient Chinese culture and ancient Wing Chun. So in the past a week or so, I have shared many videos on the 1850s Wing Chun. And I got many messages from a lot of Wing Chun friends who range from 5 years Wing Chuners or up to 30 years Wing Chuners. So all of these friends is asking me the same questions, and this question is how to study or learn the 1850s Wing Chun. So they watch my video, they say, well, I like this, I want this to be like in the according to the ancient textbooks. So I want to have a standard, not like often somebody told me that their sifu in one way teach them one thing and 2 years later completely change the thing and they have to end up to relearn the thing. And then the things keeping changing, so it's like no standard. So they want whatever they learn is accord with the ancient writing. And also they want to have the quality. After they learn, they really develop some skill or some knowledge instead of mimic things. Instead of just mimicking what the sifu do. They want to really learn something with quality. And of course, many of these friends, they told me it has to be affordable. So, today I'm going to share with you. We today can learn the 1850 Wing Chun in a standard and a quality and affordable way. Because this thing is actually point into educations. And education must be affordable, must be standard, and must have quality. Not to mess around with different informations. We need to be certain, we need to sure on the things we are studying or we are learning. Not to create different things and fit the student different things. So, we have this education setup. And the education actually come with different level. Different level. The first level is one need to know oneself and the basic component of the game. You want to study Wing Chun 1850? We need to know ourselves. Our body, our mind, our breathing, our chi, our strength, our momentum. We need to know that. We need to know in details what it is. So, we need to know this. This is the first thing. And not just theory. We need to know the what, why, and how. So, how to learn this? It is very simple. I already make it simple for you. It's this book. You can get this book from Amazon. Go study in details. This is a textbook. Study in details. Experiment with the things, the process inside this book. That will answer the questions of the basic component and knowing oneself. Now, if anybody study that book and they have question, they can ask here in this under this this YouTube. You put in a comment asking question, or go to the Wing Chun for 40+ group. Go discuss that. There are many people like you who study that, and you make friends who people who really want to study something. And of course I'm there. Okay, then this can be answer. It's like yesterday, the Zoom on the heart rate. When people need some answer or solution on the heart rate or want to know about the heart rate, we can get into Zoom. Okay, so face to face we solve the thing and we let the world know what it is. Okay, so it is just a book, so it is affordable, and this is actually a lifetime reference. No one is going to expect to learn this within a month. In fact, one can read this book and go back and forth for say about 6 months or like a quarter or semester to have a good grasp on what is there in details. Like you go to college, you study, okay? So that's the first level. The second level, after this, one can study this beginning Wing Chun book, where one can study the mechanics of Wing Chun, short strike Wing Chun, mechanics, body mechanics, the stance, how to stand a proper stance, and then the basic footwork. So one have a good idea on what is going on with the basic Wing Chun. And of course that is built on top of this. And when you go to this third level, there's on the Wing Chun matrix, which is, it is get into the short strike impulse momentum, because fighting is an exchange of momentum, impulse momentum. One need to know the impulse momentum and one need to be able to breathe. If one not be able to breathe, then there's nothing much one can do. So there is the third level. And then after that, one can get into the top level for Wing Chun 1850, the contents, the full contents. The full contents and the recovery or the chi development, the real deal chi development, and also with the scientific verification. So with this content is mapped into today's sports science. We know exactly what it is. And that is in the Wing Chun Inception. One don't have to buy all this book together. One can buy one, read it, make sure you really get it. And then you can get the second. You get it, you know, after you get it, you can discuss with people who's like-minded with you, make friends, okay? Not to compete who is the most authentic, who is the oldest, who is the best fighter. No, we talk about the contents which we want to learn. We make friends, we can exchange ideas. We can respect each other, we can debate, but we are looking for solution. We are not put down people, we just look into it, say what it is. Because everybody wants to know too. Because if we don't really know what it is, when we face our competitor or opponent in sparring or in the ring, we are not going to know what to do. We better be realistic. So every book, it is like a class in the university. One need to get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One going up this way. Make sure at every level one really know what is going on. You take 1 year for this. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. With these 4 books, it's very affordable. You learn a lot of things in 1 year if you're really serious on it, and you can go discuss in the Wing Chun for 40+ group. And then as well as say, you can get Zoom. We all go solving a problem. Or if people don't understand, we can go down there and Zoom and then just asking questions. get the solutions. So this is education I'm referring to. And of course later on it will come up, there's another book will come which is the Wing Chun Convergence, which is I'm going to translate. Actually it's not translate, it's to import the Shaolin 20 questions to the West so people know it once for all for Wing Chun and many things there. But no matter what, we need to start from this. We cannot jump. Even you come study with me, I cannot jump you this way. You still need to be going here. And many of our friends said they want to study Xiu Lim Tao, sets 1850 with me. Well, now you look at so many people is mimicking the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, but what did they get? Nothing. Because this is mimicking. One need this. Then the Xiu Lim Tao set means something. Without this, the Xiu Lim Tao set mean nothing. One just mimic posture. Why do you want to mimic posture? If you go through this, and when you learn Xiu Lim Tao, even you mimic me after you do this, you look at my Xiu Lim Tao Part 1 form in the YouTube channel, in this channel. Because you know this. You look at that, you say, oh, now I know what Hendrik is doing here. If you are not sure, you can go to the group and you ask me to confirm, to verify with me. Then you really learn something. It's not like you pay me a lot of money, like 10,000 euros, I feed you like baby. You're not going to learn anything. So, to read this book, is that easy? Of course it's not easy. You have to read the book, taking notes, and go back and forth. But there's educations. Once you go through 1 year of this, you look around, you will see what is the difference. So that's how to do it. And that's why I set up this entire thing as an education. So even if tomorrow I die, for example, you have these 4 books. We know that this information all is already now locked in. Everybody can have it. It's no longer lost. And everybody is equal. Nobody is so I'm grandmaster. It's based on this. And this is actually based on the ancient writing. So you can read all this thing. I'm quoting the ancient writing here, showing you where it is from. Okay? So with this book, all this book, if you buy all these books, it's under $200. Maybe even under $150. And how much will you learn? The only problem is this. It's not the $150. I know you guys have the $150. The problem is, do you willing to go study it page by page, really understand it, comprehend it, and experiment with it? And then ask questions when you don't understand. Do you willing to do that? If you are not willing to do that, you can buy all this book. It's just going to put in the library and it always only words. It means nothing. But if you do that, as what I said, for 1 year, after 1 year, you will see how different you are compared with before you studied it this way. So this is to share with you. We have a solution. This channel here is to provide solutions because we want to make Wing Chun great again, right? So the only way to make it great is make everybody great. And then you have talented people after they have these educations. they can start evolve this thing. Unless we have this education, we cannot evolve because we don't even know what we are doing. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Okay, if you're serious on this educations, paying $150 is nothing, but be able to really seriously want to learn something, read it and think about it and experiment about it and ask questions, that is not everybody can do. So I put this in front of everybody. If you want the education, you can have it. You don't have to come bow to me, kowtow to me. I don't want that. Because this is an education. And I don't want to be a grandmaster. I just present you what is the reality. So you have the educations.